Hey everyone, welcome to today's mobility routine. We are going to be doing hip mobility today, and we are going to be using our foam roller. So if you don't have it nearby, pause the video, go grab it, and then come right back. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on hip external rotation, and then we're going to work on hip internal rotation on the same side before switching to the other side. So let's do our right leg first. And what I want you to do is you're going to move the foam roller down for this one. So your foot is actually going to be on the foam roller, your knee is going to be on the ground. So you're going to be on your stomach. Kind of find that angle. So I'm going to have my leg kind of out to the side about 90 degrees. And then my foot is going to stay in contact with the foam roller as I lift up the knee, or try to lift up the knee. If you don't have great range of motion, that's fine. I just want you to use the muscles responsible for doing this motion. All right, so if you're at home, keep your head down on the carpet or the ground. I'm going to just kind of use my hand so I don't get this turf mark. And we're going to just start by lifting up. Hold it for a second and down. Now, if you get cramping, that's okay. That's very normal. And the goal is to work through that. So I know it sounds counterintuitive because our body just wants to jump right out of it, but work through it, push through it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. We got this. 8. If this is impossible, you're going to be like this. 2 more. 9. 10. Okay, let's go ahead and just move the foam roller. So we're going to just scoot it up. Now we're going to do the reverse of that. So your knee is going to be on the foam roller, foot on the ground. Same position. Here. And then now you're going to keep the knee down. Lift the foot up. 2, 3, 4. Same thing here. If you can't do it very well, you can go on your side. 5. Ooh, my hip just popped. 6, which is fine, very normal. Didn't cause any pain. 7, 8, 9, is she getting closer to me? 10. That's Lulu for those watching. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So the first one is going to be like this. Okay, remember, you're on your stomach if you can, on your side if you can't stay on your stomach. No big deal, you got to work within what you are capable of right now. All right, so foot is anchored on that foam roller. Kind of army crawl up, head down, lift up. Control it, don't just let it flop down. 2. These are really hard. It's hard to talk at the same time. They require a lot of effort. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 9, last one, we got this. 10, okay, we're just going to move the foam roller up. Knee's going to be on the foam roller. Foot on the ground. Also on your stomach or on your side. As high as you can lift it up. 1, 2, and you can play with the angle of the hip if it's just too much for you to be like directly at the side. You can kind of scoot yourself higher up. 3, 4, 5, keep breathing. 6, 7, try not to use your back to get more motion. 8, 9, last one. 10. Okay, next what we're going to do is a side lying abduction, like hurdle. What I'm going to have you do is you're going to put the foam roller like this. So keep it up. And then you're going to lay, hopefully with your knees right behind it, but you can play with that angle too if you have more or less flexibility. The more it is closer to the hip, the harder it'll be. So for the most flexible people, do this. Least flexible people, do this. Okay, so let's start with the middle of the road, kind of see how it goes. All right, so keep the hip forward. What I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna lift this leg up as high as you can. You might have to turn it just a little bit to get over that hurdle. So there and back. We're gonna do 6 on each side, nice and slow. And you'll notice that my foot stays directly straight forward. It doesn't start to rotate up or down. Back. Play around with the foam roller position if you need to. You can move it up, you can move it down. Keep your pelvis forward, don't let it roll back. 3 more. 4, 2 more. Legs straight. Whew. 5, burn booty. 6, other side, same thing. So I'm gonna show you from this way. Pelvis forward, toe forward. 1. I'm using my hand to kind of anchor me a little bit too so I don't roll. Because without it I might just kind of tip, so I'm going to slow myself down. 3. 4, 2 more. Keep that leg straight the best you can. 5, last one. And 6. Okay, for the last thing we're gonna, actually no, not the last thing. We're gonna do a hip flexor one first. So this one's gonna be like in a lizard position. So what I'm gonna have you do is kind of get set up like this. And then you're gonna lift up, so then like the foam roller is like a little bit in front of your knee. And then you're gonna walk this front leg out, and then we're gonna just start rocking back and forth. So your toe is gonna stay on the ground, the back toe. This hip is gonna be fully extended. Shift forward, get a little bit more stretch, shift back, kind of come out of it. Shift forward, more stretch, back. So by shifting forward, it throws the hip into more extension, so you get a little bit more of that hip flexor stretch. And since we're doing a mobilization, we're just gonna go in and out of it. So this is lizard position. This is also lizard for those very flexible out there. This is also lizard. You can kind of move your hands around. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And switch. All right. Other side. All right, so foot outside the hands. You can be forward, here, down, whatever you want to do. Keep the back toe anchored to the ground. We're going to shift forward. Move this up a little bit. You don't want the foam roller to go over your kneecap, so make sure you adjust it so that doesn't happen. Forward, 2. Forward, keep that back straight. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, I'm gonna do 2 more on this side. 9, last one, feels really good. 10, you also kind of feel a little groin stretch there, which leads us into our next one. Okay, I'm gonna show you 2 variations of this pancake stretch. So for those that are not as flexible, what I want you to do is kind of use the foam roller as a prop. So it's gonna prop up your pelvis. So then you're gonna open your legs as wide as you can, and then what's gonna happen is you can roll the foam roller back so you can pull your pelvis forward, and then you can put your hands down a little bit easier. So you can use a bench, chair, whatever, keep your back straight, and you're just gonna hold this position. Now for those that want to try the next one, this is what I want you to do. So you're going to use the foam roller this time to pull you into further straddle or hip abduction. So you're gonna kind of push it up against your legs and then pull it closer, and then you're gonna put your elbows down or your hands down to block this from moving, and then hold the stretch. So choose whichever variation, and we're gonna hold it for about a minute. Try to keep those toes up, don't let them roll in or roll out, and try to keep your back flat. And then as you loosen up, you can always pull this a little bit closer. This one's also really good with a stick. So So for stick mobility, because then you can really kind of like pull that closer and it's a little bit longer. All right, breathe into it. It like hurts so good. Woosah. Almost there. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. That is it for the hip mobility routine. Feel free to go back through it, do it again if you have the time, and have a great day.